A lot of times we think, oh, the little things that we do aren't that important, but actually they're really important.
If you don't take care of yourself first, then, you can't help others. Natural self-care. It's Hunt for Wellness, episode number 16. Welcome to Hunt for Wellness, episode 16. I am John Hunt, along with
Christy Hunt.
And this is the show where we help you live your best life, body, mind, and spirit. And part of living your best life is taking care of yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Self-care.
Yes.
Yeah, and recently you taught a class on self-care. Well, we taught it together, but you did 99% of the talking, which is typical. I mean, but actually not for this podcast. I talk a lot, don't I, in this podcast?
Yes,
too?
you do.
But I like talking.
I know you do.
But so do you.
Yes, I do.
But, the basic concept of the class was that if you don't take care of yourself first, then you can't help others.
Absolutely.
And you really can't help yourself accomplish what you want to accomplish. And because the show is about living your best life and doing it in a way that's going to help you in all those areas, we promote natural self-care.
Yes, we do.
And, we're brand partners for Young Living. So this class is all about the products of Young Living that help support your self-care.
Yes.
And you're going to be surprised. We're only going to scratch the surface of what we talk about in this short show here. But these are kind of like the key ones that we like to deal with.
Right.
For our self-care, because, we don't want to be the old person crunched over walking around without good wellness and good health. So you do that by taking care of yourself. So let's get into it. This is an excerpt from our self-care with essential oils class, but we're calling this natural self-care.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to Self-Care with Essential Oils. I'm really excited about this class. And I was thinking, why is it important to care for yourself? And I think it's actually really important to care for yourself. I'm a nurse practitioner. Actually, I've had a lot of experience helping people with their health. And one of their places is in the hospital. And I was thinking about what happens when people get to the hospital. They typically are having a health crisis. And how did they get to their health crisis? Well, I truly believe part of it was lack of self-care or partial lack of self-care, or, something like that has to do something with it. And a lot of times we think, oh, the little things that we do aren't that important, but actually they're really important. What we do and how we take care of ourselves every day is really critical to our overall wellness. So just like eating healthy, eating organic, getting lots of vegetables, getting your sleep. Once in a while we can have short days of sleep or short nights of sleep, but getting enough sleep is really important. And just like our house needs care. If you don't repair things in your house, things start to fall apart. Or a car, if you don't change the oil periodically. We've had problems with that in our family.
We like those old cars.
Yeah, but if you don't change the oil, it can be a problem. So same with our bodies. We have to care for them on a regular basis and eat well. So we're just going to talk about some ways to take good care of ourselves. And one way is through essential oils. And so we're going to talk about Young Living essential oils. And there is not all essential oils are the same. So Young Living is really high quality, and they give you a seed to seal commitment. And no other company does this. And what makes it different is they grow their own plant material on their own corporately owned farms or partner farms that have been carefully vetted. And you can actually visit the farms. And I've been to one of the farms, and I'm going to go to another farm next week, actually. They sustainably farm it and have sourcing practices so you get the purest oil. They use no herbicides or pesticides on it. They hand weed the fields. They use food grade distillers with state-of-the-art design and distillation methods. They use low temperature and low temperature and low pressure with no solvents or synthetic chemicals, which is very unusual with essential oils because you get more out of it if you use a solvent in it, but then you're putting a solvent on your body, which is not good. So no solvents or synthetic chemicals. And then they rigorously test every single batch of essential oil. So by Young Living and by a third party. And if it doesn't meet the standards, it is discarded and not sold to you. So,
or used back in the farm.
Well,
to help take care of the other plants.
Oh,
right?
yeah, but they won't sell it as an oil.
Anybody,
So you're only getting the highest quality of oils. And I've used other oils, and they don't really work very well. So I know firsthand why I use Young Living essential oils and why I highly recommend them. So we're just going to talk about some usage and safety first before we get onto some other things. And there's 3 ways you can use the oils. You can use them internally, and that's the Vitality line. Thank you. Where you can put
I'm here to fill in your sentences.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I feel useful.
That's really nice. So you can put like a drop of oil in your water or your Ningxia. You can apply it topically, and sometimes you want to dilute it if it's like a hot oil. And then you can also use aromatically. You can put it in diffuser or put a drop on your hands and rub them together and breathe it in. So don't put the oils in your ears or your eyes.
Yes,
okay?
That would not be good.
So sleeping, calming, relaxing.
How many people do we know that have sleeping issues?
A lot.
It seems to be a real popular thing that people don't take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they're having trouble sleeping.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. So. Yes. So we were just on a trip, sleeping in different places. We went to a different cabin, and then we went on another trip where we're staying in hotels. And I bring my diffuser along with.
Yes, you do. I think she packs a second bag just for all her oil stuff for travel, but
it doesn't take that much space. Yeah. But anyways, my favorite 3. There's several oils you can use for sleep, and everybody needs to find kind of their own batch of what works for them, their own blend. You can use lavender, stress away, frankincense, cedarwood, Roman chamomile, or peace and calming. Those would be the top oils for sleep. What I have found works best for me is cedarwood, peace and calming, and Roman chamomile. I use 3 drops of each of those in my diffuser, set on low so it will diffuse for most of the night, and I sleep really good. And I sleep really good when we travel, which is unusual because I used to not sleep very good when we traveled, but
I feel like the military, when we go into a hotel, it's like secure the area. You put the diffusers out, and you get them going to make sure you get rid of all the bad hotel smell too.
I know. It smells bad. So, I mean, there are other things for sleep that you can do, having a regular routine for sleep, going to bed at the same time, getting up at the same time. Exercising also helps aid sleep and relaxation. And then just allowing yourself, turn off your computers an hour or so before you go to bed. Yeah. That helps as well.
Well, the way it's designed, sleep is like 1/3 of your life.
Yeah.
Right? So, I think that's how important sleep is.
Right. Don't have your phones in your bedroom or computers or any electronics because that can cause problems too. Turn off your Wi-Fi. All that's helpful for good sleep.
So this is the self-care with essential oils class, or we're talking about in this episode, natural self-care. And what's important, you may be getting a lot of information in this show, and we want to help you through and take the first step. So you can do that by going over to Hunt4Wellness.com and clicking on the blue Connect button and schedule a free 15-minute consultation. We'll talk to you about your self-care goals, what you'd like to accomplish, and maybe what products would be a good match for you, right? I mean, because it's sometimes the hardest thing to do is to take the first step.
Right. And sometimes you don't know exactly what to do.
Right. So head over to Hunt4Wellness.com, click on the blue Connect button, and we will connect with you either by phone or Zoom or however you want to connect, and just talk about your self-care and wellness goals. So let's head back into a little bit more of the class.
So then, after you have a good night's sleep, you want to focus on your nutrition.
Yes.
And eat well, eat your proper nutrition. So nutrition has changed over time. We don't have the great farm practices that we used to have, where we're rotating crops in the field, giving a year off to the field to let it rest. And so our nutrition from our food is simply not as good as it used to be. Yeah. So when your grandmother ate 1 orange, we now need to eat 8 oranges to get the same nutritional value, which is incredible. They've done some research on that. And so so sometimes we need supplements to help our nutrition. And one thing is Ningxia Red, which is a super high antioxidant drink. It's from the Ningxia wolfberry, also has some essential oils in it. And we drink that every day. We start our day with it. Yeah. We have shots in the morning. But it is good. It's really good. Yeah, and especially before working out. So, because we typically work out right away in the morning. And, you know, sometimes you can get up even after a good night's sleep and be a little groggy. You take the Ningxia Red and few minutes later, you're ready to work out. At least that's the way it feels for me. I love it. I wouldn't do a workout without it. Yeah. And so I also like to add a drop of lemon to my Ningxia Red. It also supports my immune system and digestion, besides tasting really good. So I love that. There's other oils you can take internally, like peppermint, thieves to support the immune system, Digize to support the digestive system. So you gotta make sure on that vitality line, they're the ones with the white in that label. Picture there, they're the white labels. So that helps you know what you can take internally. Right. Just like you can't eat every plant, you can't take every oil internally. So you want to check that. Some other supplements that you can take to support your overall wellness is Life 9, which is a probiotic. And probiotics help digestion and support the healthy bacteria in your gut for your immune health and your emotional health. And we take that every day. Also, multi-greens, if you're not eating enough greens, but if you are gluten-free, that does have barley in it, so you can't take it if you're gluten-free. Super B and Super C are very important for just energy and just wellness. And then Omega Gi's for the healthy fats. Yeah, it sounds like my morning routine there already. And now we get to the exercise, right? And this is still only 6 in the morning, so I thought this was a short presentation. Yeah. We do a lot before 7 a.m. when it comes to supplements and oils. Yes, we do. So for working out, of course, working out is really important, and sometimes it's hard to get that in. One thing we've done is we work out 3 to 4 times a week early in the morning. Then we should be sure to get it in. Yeah. So we take a shot of Ningxia before we work out, which is a great way to get a little bit of nutrition in before you work out without adding bulk to the body. And then I put a drop of peppermint in my water, which is good actually for digestion, but also it helps me to kind of like breathe better when you're really going fast on the treadmill and you need a little extra support. I also like to put on my chest. I have put Raven. I really like Gary's Light essential oil blend. Raven, RC, those are just some other ones that you can put on. And I did see a study where they talked about peppermint. Just using peppermint, a dropper, it was like a half a drop, improves your workout performance.
Yeah. Well, if you've ever smelled peppermint before, it just like totally opens you up.
Right.
So I can imagine how that would make you be able to breathe better during a workout.
Right, right.
Are you going to talk about amino wise?
Oh, why don't you talk about
Well,
amino
yeah,
wise?
because that's what I use during the workout is amino wise, and it's a powder that goes in your water. You shake it up, and it helps you replenish, helps you make you drink more water, which you need to do during working out. But it also replenishes your amino acids, which you use up while you're working out. So if you ever start feeling yourself kind of fading down, the amino wise will help pick you right back up.
Right.
And it's not full of sugar or anything like that. It's actually amino acids that are helping you
Right.
replenish your hydration.
Right. It has a hydration blend in it too. I think it's really significant when you work out or exercise, or we were doing yard work for like 5 hours and I just felt my energy going, ew.
Yep.
And we both had a water bottle and filled it up with water and amino wise, drank it down, and my energy went zip
goes right back
up. And we worked like 5 more hours outside. We had a horrible project outside.
One of those 15-minute projects which turned into 5 hours, right?
No, it was like a 10-hour project. But anyways, that's amino wise, which is incredible. So, and then one of your favorites, Cool Azul.
Yes, that's for after the workout when your
Yes.
muscles maybe aren't feeling the greatest.
Right.
Or you've worked them out, which is a good sign, right? No pain, no gain.
Right.
Right. But Cool Azul is a pain cream, which has been approved, right?
Yeah, it's an over-the-counter
Over-the-counter.
drug. Mm-hmm.
And it is phenomenal. And it's all natural. That's what's great about it, because a lot of those other pain creams out there have got a lot of chemicals in them. So this is a fully natural pain reduction thing.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Oh dear.
Oh, someone's calling.
Sorry. I really like Deep Relief. Panaway is another oil blend, and then there's Deep Relief, which is a roll-on.
That's a roll-on. It's nice easier to carry around.
Yeah, and put on, because you can just like roll it on your body wherever you need it.
Yeah.
And get the relief without getting it on your other hand.
Yeah.
Because some oils like peppermint or Deep Relief and Panaway all have peppermint in them.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to touch your eyes or get near your eyes, but sometimes we do.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just keep your eyes shut for a few minutes. If it really gets in your eye, you can put milk in your eye to dilute it and get it out. One lady told me she was reaching for an oil next to her bed. No, she was reaching where she thought she was reaching for her eye drops, and it was oregano. And she put it in her eye.
Ouch.
And it hurt so bad. Her eye was fine, but I think she went to the emergency room because she didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad.
They just have to
like, don't
flush
put
it
the
out.
oils in your eyes.
No.
Protein Complete. Do you want to talk about
that's another
that?
one. That's the post-workout. Gives you 25 grams of protein. And you want to do that usually within an hour of being done working out, and it helps you. A lot of people believe that you should have like a lot of carbohydrates after working out, but protein is what you really need to replenish, because your body, you're using your muscles, and that's the thing you need. You don't necessarily need the uplift, but you need the replenishment, and the protein is great. Plus, it also is a meal replacement. So that's basically what I have for breakfast. It's low calorie, and it holds
Do you like
through.
it?
Oh, it's really good. They have a chocolate and a vanilla spice, which I like both of them. I like to do frozen mango with the vanilla spice, and that kind of makes a dreamsicle smoothie, which is good. But I buy 2 or 3 different kinds of frozen fruit, and just kind of mix and match, so I can have a different flavor smoothie every day with the different between the two powders, and it's really great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, we don't have time to finish everything we're going to cover this week, so we're going to come back next time for episode number 17 and continue with natural self-care. Well, the way you get started is to connect with us. So if you go over to Hunt4Wellness.com, click on the blue connect button, we will work with you and take you through what it is that would be good for you to start with. Do you want to start with one thing? Maybe there's a couple things that would really give you a quick start in your wellness journey. And everybody's different, so there's hundreds of products, but there's one or two that are just right for you and are going to get you on that self-care journey. Anything else you want to kind of share about self-care before we wrap up?
I think it's critical to do it.
Yeah.
And not to think that the small things that you do don't count.
Yeah.
Because they do. The little small things add up.
Yeah.
A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step.
Yes.
But it's one step at a time, one step after the other.
Right.
And so doing those little things make a big difference in how you feel.
Yeah. So again, head over to Hunt4Wellness.com, click on the blue connect button. We'd love to talk with you and help you take those first few steps, and then come back next time for our next episode of Hunt4Wellness.